a coworker.
Okay.
You coming in every day late, especially last night at 3 a.m. is unacceptable to us.
I know last
Because
night.
let me finish.
Okay.
Because we are your shift.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to have everyone's back on our shift.
Right.
Now, because of what you didn't do, we are now short another aide because she was not going to take a write-up for you. So, with that said, there's more slack that everyone's going to have to be picking up. I'm not picking up your slack anymore. She's not going to. That Taylor's not. Let me finish, please. And then you can say whatever you have to say.
Okay.
That Taylor's not going to pick up your slack. The other Taylor isn't. Randy isn't. You need to start doing your part in this job. Because you have been doing this job as long as I've been alive. You've been here for 3 years, and you get paid way more than I do. I'm not going to do your job for you anymore. Every time you don't do your job, I'm telling the nurse. The nurse doesn't do something, I'm going to Allegra. Allegra doesn't do something, I'm going to Morgan. Morgan doesn't do something, I'm going to Marianne. Marianne doesn't do something, I have the money, I will drive down to corporate in Atlanta, and something will get done. Every time you disappear for 45 minutes to an hour, I will be documenting it and telling somebody. Because it's not fair for me or anybody else that has to work with you to get our butts reamed by Allegra or whomever else because you're not doing your part. And I'm getting sick of it. And so is everybody else. No one's picking on you. I'm telling you this because I don't want you to get in any more trouble than you're already in. 1. 2, I'm sick of getting my butt reamed out for not doing your job, and I'm not going to do your job anymore. This is how this is going to work. You stick to your side, I stick to my side. You don't do your job, it's not on me. I will not lose my job because of you. I will not get rolled up because of you, and neither will anybody else. Every time I have to work with you, I will be on the right side of A Hall and the first 4 rooms of B.
Okay.
You don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Because I'm sick and tired, and so is everybody else, of getting in trouble for you not doing your job. So either you start doing your job, or everyone is going to start telling the nurses and all the heads, and like I said, corporate down in Atlanta, exactly what's going on. Now, that's it. If you have anything to say, don't go down the hall mumbling. Say it to my face. We're adults. We can have a professional conversation.
And I don't see where people think I've been disappearing for 45 minutes.
Shirley, we have clocked you. We have clocked you, and you have disappeared. We have done it. The nurses have done it. Stephanie Burton has clocked you. No, not on lunch breaks.
On potty breaks.
Okay.
We have clocked you, and you've been gone. We have told Marion this. We have told Jill. We have told Allegra. We have told Morgan. Everybody knows. So don't act all puzzled. Don't act all puzzled. Just rectify the problem. That's all we're asking you to do, is to pull your own weight.
I don't see when I've been disappearing for 45 minutes. I don't understand.
Okay, well, next time you disappear, like you always do, we'll clock you, and we'll see and we'll find you, and we'll make sure we tell the heads.
The times that I do that is for lunchtime. That's the only time I've been.
We don't care what you do with your lunchtime. That's your time, and that's your business.
What?
Okay. So it's no routine.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Then I'm not being rude to you, and I'm not picking on you. But I already got my butt chewed out by Allegra because you're not doing your job. Tia already got fired
What the heck is
because
why does Allegra think I'm not doing my job?
Because you sat there and didn't do your 4 o'clock bed check one time, and I told Sarah Combs, and because I told Sarah Combs, I knew she would tell Allegra. I got my attitude for it because we're supposed to, if you don't do your part, apparently we're supposed to do your job for you. I'm not doing it. I don't get paid what you get paid. I'd be darned if I'm going to do anyone's job for them. So I suggest you step it up, do your job as a senior aide here, and stop making everyone else do it by themselves.
I don't make everybody else do my job. I did not ask her to work on the charting. I understand where you're coming from.
You don't make us do your job, but we have to do your job because you don't do your job.
I was in the middle of doing something and you started charting. I was like, what are you doing?
Because when you got here, instead of working after being 5 hours late, you went and sat down there and hid. And we charted because we couldn't leave until you were done.
I was at home.
sat in that nurse's
Okay.
station
Okay.
and didn't chart. So not only did we have to do your charting after you were 5 hours late and everything else, I mean,
I directly went down there and charted my
I had to
25.
tell you to go down there because Michelle, you know the rules. Michelle said,
Okay, I got
girls,
it.
you know what you're supposed to do. You know, there's supposed to be someone down B hall. If you know you're afloat because you're 5 hours late. Because you could have been on A hall with me if you got here on time. But I had to have an aide with me. You should have known to be down there. You know the rules. Because, and you know why we have this rule? Because you let Charlie Bryan get out of the building. That's why we have this
I'll
rule
straighten
now.
up, period, point blank, okay?
It'd be nice. So we don't
But
want you
there
to
are
be,
times where I cop and say and do other people's stuff without even
like
knowing.
what? When have you ever done my job for me?
I didn't say I did your job.
When have you ever done Megan's job for her? Give me
I'm
an
not
example.
saying
Give me
I'm doing your job. I do pick up other people's calls
Okay,
and stuff like that. I do some extra stuff.
Okay,
I understand
on
where you're coming
occasion.
from.
Like
though.
last night, you should have because you were 5 hours late.
I understand that.
Okay.
And them trying to say I didn't
Well,
call
how
up
many
here
times
blah,
have
blah,
we
blah.
done get-ups together, Shirley? And I'm always stuck doing the hard ones, and I get them done, and yet you can't get the easy ones done.